Yes boys, we're back with another video. Today's video is 5 back exercises that I believe you should be doing. 5 of my favorite back exercises. Now I will put a video on the screen as a little bit of a credibility statement. I believe my back is very strong. I'm very proud of what I've built. My current client is fucking lat strength there. But when it comes to back, I feel like this is honestly the department I'm most qualified to speak in. So if you are someone who is struggling to grow their back, has always wanted to know how, so confused as to what exercises you should be doing, then look no further. In this short 10-minute video, I will break down every single exercise that I believe you should be doing with an explanation as to why. And that way you will get stronger and grow a larger back. So without further ado, we will run this just like we did the chest video before. 5 exercises with the explanation as to why we should be doing each one. Now, the first thing you want to do when it comes to a back day, Dorian Yates will talk about this, every single smart bodybuilder will talk about this, Jordan Peters as well, is you want to basically pre-exhaust a muscle. Now what does pre-exhaustion mean? So when you are basically doing any sort of pulling movement, there are accessory muscle groups that will come into play. Typically it's going to be your bicep, it's going to be your forearm, there will probably be a little bit of deltoid action as well. So really, in order to take the back to true failure, you want to basically isolate the back to begin with and take that to failure. Now what this then does is essentially puts you in a position where when you then do your further exercises, you do the later exercises, you know that the reason you will fail is because your back is the lagging muscle group, right? Your back is tired, but these accessory muscle groups are fresh. So if you fail, it's not because of this, it's because of this. And that way you ensure the tension and the stimulus is being applied to the back solely and not the accessory muscle groups. So without further ado, the first exercise that I personally would recommend is either a lat pullover or a machine pullover. So the lat pullover, the one where you're pretty much extending here and pulling down with the cables. Now, the reason why this is so good, because it's pretty much the only exercise where you can isolate the lat without any sort of bicep recruitment. And taking that to complete failure is not only going to get you a lot of blood flow into the back, a lot of blood flow into the lat, but you're also going to get a much better mind to muscle connection for all the presses, for all the rows, pull downs and later movements that you do, because there is blood flow in the lat. So if you are someone who struggles as well with, barbell rows or perhaps pull down seated rows, you can't really recruit the exact muscle groups that you're trying to target, getting some blood flow in via an isolation such as the lat pullover is going to be massive. So that has to be number one, and I personally recommend starting with that without fail. Okay, then we need to look at 2 separate ways of looking at the back. We can either look at it through width and thickness, or we can just do it a very, very simple way, which I like to do. It's upper, mid and lower. A lot of people talk a big game about lats, rhomboids, traps. It can be confusing. I've been doing this for a long, long time, and even I find it fucking confusing. So we're going to call it upper, mid and lower, all right? So now your upper back, for a bit of educational purposes, pretty much consists of traps, a trapezius, your rear delts, and then you've got the upper rhomboids here, okay? So in order to target the upper back, basically, it's very, very simple. You really just need to pull vertically or horizontally with your hands, your palms facing downwards. So a pronated grip like this. You'll notice that if you ever go underhand, you're going to activate a bit more of the lats, the mid back. So the exercise that I'd first recommend is a horizontal pull. Now, if I can only choose one horizontal pull, there are 2 options here. There is a pull down or a pull up. Now, if we're being realistic, not everyone can do a pull up. Some people are very heavy, some people don't have the skills to do so. Personally, I'd recommend a weighted pull up. It's brilliant, I absolutely love it. But for that reason, it's probably not the best exercise to actually use here as an example. What the fuck is going on here? So, with that being said, what I'd personally recommend is a pull-up if you can do it. Pull-ups are by far the second best exercise, but if not, for normal purposes, we're going to go for an overhand pull-down, okay? an overhand pull down. But the way we want to do this, right, is understand exactly what we're trying to do. We're not trying to do a bit of everything. We're not trying to, pretty much hit the lats and the shit. We're trying to target the upper back, right? That's what we're speaking about here. So what I would do to basically target upper back is actually lean forward, look upwards, and then imagine you're pulling like this, and you're really, really just trying to get everything in that top part there. That is a great exercise if executed correctly, nice and slow. That's what I'd say for your vertical pull to target the upper back. You then got obviously a horizontal pull. Now, without saying, it's got to be some sort of chest supported row. So personally, I'll be going for a T-bar row here. And that's going to cover your upper back there, right? That's going to get you that thickness that you're after. Those are the two exercises really that I'd be looking to do for the upper back. I'd say you could definitely be doing some rear delt flies as well. That's a must as well. But in the upper back department, and I think I'm just going to structure this as like, so the first exercise is the isolation. The second one is upper back focus, and that's going to be 3 exercises as part of it. So a overhand pull down, a T-bar row, chest support because you can't really cheat as much, and you can also just get a much better extension. And then I'd say a rear delt fly. That's going to cover pretty much your upper back. You can throw in some shrugs as well. I think dumbbell shrugs are a really good one. They should definitely be in there as well. But that's pretty much everything you want to do in the upper back. So I'd say those are my exercises for the upper back. I mean, if we go on to now the third section of this video. I've really bottled this, haven't I? But oh well. The third section, you then want to target the mid back, right? So your lats. Now, what I would say here is really, because it's quite hard to recruit the lat correctly. A lot of people do it wrong. I'd recommend doing this unilaterally. And again, what we're going to do, we're going to do one horizontal and one vertical. So for the horizontal, I would say a seated row. Just really simply coming here, trying to bring the elbow into the pocket of the lat, bring it past the midline, get a really nice squeeze there, and then stretch your waist forward, not letting your shoulder come all the way forward, but keeping that tension. I think a one-arm cable seated row, holding onto a bench would be really good. That would be definitely one of the best kind of horizontal lat exercises. You could then obviously look for a vertical lat exercise. I'd probably say, again, just a really nice and easy vertical pull down. That's a really good one as well. And that's what I'd do from an isolation standpoint. Now, you've got machines that do the exact same thing. You can do the underhand pull down, that's really good. You get a good range of motion. And you can see, like, look, when you have your hands underhand like this, what happens? You feel that right in the mid of your back. You feel that in the lats. You don't feel it in the upper back. The upper back's when you do this. So I'd say literally just keep it simple, just an isolation for both vertical and horizontal. Now you could hit a barbell row here, but if we're going to be doing a heavy barbell row for the upper back, I'd be looking to kind of alternate those two. I wouldn't be doing a barbell row for the upper back and a barbell row for the lower, for mid back as well. That's quite a lot of volume. So that's what I'd say there. And really, those would be my 2 exercises. Really, maybe just like a seated row on the machine. I personally do 2 back days, so I kind of have a little bit of variation between, but that's kind of what I'd say there. You can also definitely do a chest supported row on the hammer strength machine. If you don't have it, you can use dumbbells, where basically you lean on a 30-40 degree bench and then pull back with the elbows and get that mid back there. And that's what I'd say there. Now, that's your mid back. Now, number 4, we're going now to the lower back. This one does not get a lot of attention, and a lot of people do not have very well developed lower backs, myself included, to be honest with you. This is where you pick up shit up from the floor. So your RDLs, your stiff leg deadlifts, your normal deadlifts, back extensions as well. All of this needs to be incorporated, and if you pretty much have all of that sorted, you're gonna have a very well developed back. That's as simple as it is. You just pretty much go into upper back, mid back, and lower back. Now, I need to basically make sure I keep this video exactly what I said it would be, 5 exercises that I think you should be doing. So I'm going to list those 5 exercises in top order of priority and how I would actually structure a back workout. So you can just steal it and use it and grow a big back. That's what I would say here. So first off, without doubt, we're going to pre-exhaust. We're going to go for that cable pullover. It's got to be done, 100%. That's number 1. Second of all, I then go into an isolation for the lat. I personally would go vertical, so I'm going to go underhand pull down, 100%. Then I'm going to go third exercise, the T-bar row, up here, bang. So now we've covered the thickness here, we've covered the lats here, they're pretty sorted. Now, for time purposes, I'm going to hit a little bit of fucking double action. I'm going to go for a pull down and I'm going to go neutral grip, right? Because hear me out. You go up like this, you're not going to get much range of motion, so you're just going to target upper back. You go like this, you're going to get much more range of motion, so you're going to hit pretty much your lats. Now if you go neutral, guess what? You get both. So I'd go neutral grip pull down there. It's a very, very good exercise. You can get that one, you have a nice attachment, you can just send it like that. So I'd say that, you know, you're looking at cable pull over, unilateral pull down, T-bar row, then I would put a neutral grip pull down. Then I would probably say next, it would have to be T-bar row and barbell row go together. They're both pretty good. But I'm just thinking from an average standpoint, right? Like, I love the barbell row. It's one of the best exercises ever, but a lot of people can't get the form. That's why I've said T-bar row. I also love pull-ups as well, but a lot of people can't pull themselves up, so we can't say they're the best exercise. Realistically, the pull-downs arguably better because everyone can do it, okay? Pull-ups are better, don't care what it says. Then, realistically, you do need to isolate the rear delts. Like, you're gonna grow them from training your upper back, but really you do want to be hitting a little cable reverse fly. So I'd say a cable reverse fly, probably with the cuffs, so you're not using your grip strength here, and you're just really focusing on pulling all the way back, squeezing. 1, 2, 3. I made a mistake that people do. Cross your arms here. Tension ends there. Bang. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Bang. That's an insane exercise. And then I'd say we have to focus on the last one, which is deadlifts. 100%. Deadlifts are possibly the best back exercise ever, because every time you bend over to pick up a bar, well, what happens? Look. What do you think's happening there? When my arm's extended, my lat is fully out, ready to go. When I pull it up and I lift, that back is under constant tension, not to mention what's happening to the lower back, your erector spinae. That is fucking fully flexed, and that will grow much quicker. Like, there's a reason why people who can deadlift 200, 250 kilogram, 300 kilogram have massive, wide, thick backs. Because it's a fucking great exercise. So, cable pull over, unilateral pull down, T-bar row, cable reverse fly, deadlift. If you did that workout, you would hit every single part of your back and you'd be sorted. However, if you want to take things further and you apply everything I just said, you would take that exercise, you take that workout I just gave you, put a little bit of biceps at the end, because why not, and then do that twice per week, but then alternate. So you basically take everything I've just given you, you do the cable pull over again, but you see when I said a unilateral pull down, that's your horizontal mid-work back. Sorry, vertical mid-work back. Now changes to a horizontal mid-work back. So now we're gonna go for a seated row. The next one I said was a T-bar row for the upper back, right? Okay, let's make that like a weighted pull-up now. Then the next one I said after that, I'm pretty sure, was a neutral grip pull down. Let's just make that a underhand barbell row, something like that. And you see what I'm doing here, I'm swapping everything out. So you're still targeting upper, mid and lower back, but you're just hitting it from different angles and different variations, because that's what it is at the end of the day. You just need to hit different parts of the back in different angles and different ways. Find the exercise that you actually enjoy, stick to it, get good at it, lift heavier, and you're good to go. That's what I would do if I wanted to program back day. Biggest talking point, biggest tip I can give you: forget about traps, lats, rhomboids and shits. It's confusing. Upper, middle, lower back. Target all of them. Target from every single possible way. This sounds crazy, but think of every single possible way you can move your arms to hit your back. Like, you can go like this, 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 you can go like that. Like, think about it. And just do every single thing with some weights. Do that, and you cover every single base. And then get stronger on it. And if you're not getting stronger, eat more food. And if you're not happy with the way you look, and you don't like the fact that you're carrying so much body fat, lose the body fat, and then eat more food and do it again. I know it sounds confusing, but to me it's simple. If you want help, and you genuinely just want someone to just explain all of it, DM me, comment, or reply below. I will literally just come in and show you exactly what to do. Remove all the stress, all the
planning. You just literally turn up, do what I say, execute, and you win. You get sick results. That's all you have to do, lads. I'm going to head off. Time to get back to work. If you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, more videos will be coming. We're back in the game, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.